Erse, and my CEL project is Scene Express. Before I get started with my project, I wanted to share with you some quotes on how theater makes people feel. So I gathered 3 quotes. Theater has been a space where I can embrace myself and my expressiveness because in regular life, I don't usually have the energy I have on stage. Embodying a character just gives me life. It's sometimes the oxygen that I need and it makes me feel amazing. Whenever I'm down, just stepping into a character, not just physically, but mentally as well, takes my day from a bad one to maybe just a slightly better one. But it's a better one all the same. The theater has provided me with some of my favorite moments, most cherished relationships, and many of the best years and experiences of my life. I can say without a doubt that I would not be the person I am today without the unconditional love I have always felt while on stage and with my cast and crewmates. To me, theater is an essential part of who I am. It has been one of the only constants that I've had throughout my turbulent adolescence, and its presence in my life has been invaluable. Theater has given me an outlet to express parts of myself that I don't usually allow myself to let loose. It has taught me how to embrace myself more fully and in my entirety. The problem. Participating in art is essential to the human experience and the development of a child. The art teaches creativity, confidence, problem solving, nonverbal communication, and also dedication. However, even though art allows children to learn these skills, recently schools have been moving away from art education, especially in elementary schools. Elementary schools with drama programs went from 20% down to 4% in the school year of 2009 to 2010. And this downward trend continued. With this downward spiral continuing, children are not learning these fundamental skills that they will need for the future and their adulthood. The solution. My solution for this problem is to start a not-for-profit workshops for children in between the ages of 5 to 10. There'll be separate curriculums for each age group, and in each curriculum, there will be icebreakers, monologue preparation, and finally, the performance. I will target areas with schools that don't have drama programs or art programs in general. So, this is the logo that I designed for Scene Express in my graphic design class, and I'm going to show you my, curriculum. So, here's my curriculum. In my sample lesson, there will be icebreakers. I have 2 truths and a lie, and beach ball toss. Icebreakers are a great way for kids in the workshops to get to know each other and warm up to each other's personalities. So I picked 2 monologues. The reason why I picked 2 monologues is so I could see the difference between each performance that each child chooses to express themselves in. So I decided to create these loose kind of guidelines / community norms, but I'm going to allow the students to also create their own community norms. But here are the 5 that I came up with. Listen closely to the performers. No talking while another person is performing. Keep a positive and inclusive environment. Raise your hand if you have any questions, no calling out, and don't be afraid to share new ideas. My expectations for the students is the class will be respectful while their peers are performing, follow directions and respect the workshop leaders as well as their teacher, and put forth your best effort during this workshop and participate. So, this is the final performing process. So, oh my gosh. So, the teacher will give students an example, which includes how to project confidence in their performance, how to become the character, how to breathe and speak slowly, take control of their nerves, how to project their voice so everyone can hear them, how to move when performing, and why to add inflection to speech. So, first, students will write their partner of choice. The teacher will tell students that they may or may not get their choice. Then, once they practice with their monologues for a little bit, the kids will share their monologues with a partner to get them warmed up for performance. And then we will ask the question, how will you play your character? And the teacher/workshop leader will go around the room just to check in. The kids will all individually share the first 2 lines of their monologues with the rest of the class. This will take approximately 15 to 20 minutes, and the teacher will provide positive feedback for each monologue sharer. Students will then work on the delivery of their monologue with a partner. Teacher hands a worksheet to each group as a checklist of what to consider when preparing a monologue. And finally, the kids will individually share their monologues with the rest of the class. And this will take about 20 minutes. And then there will finally be a student reflection on how they liked the workshop. So what I want the students to learn from these workshops is how to analyze and learn the bigger story from a singular monologue, how to see through different perspectives, how to gain self-confidence for performers, but also in life, like in general. I want them to gain more interpretation skills, and I want them to value their self-expression for either their performance or just themselves in general. So that was my sample workshop plan. So my target audience is kids in between the ages of 6 to 10 who are in schools that don't have drama programs. My business plan. So my plan for this project is to take it into the real world and try it on kids in communities that don't have exposure to art and drama. And I want to bring these workshops to schools and my curriculums that will be theater centered but also very educational and maybe fit the theme of whatever lesson that school is learning at that moment. And I want to hold performances in the communities so that kids can watch and also perform and show off their talents to their families and friends in their community. My motivation to start this project was my original love for theater. Theater has been a part of my life since I was in 4th grade, and it started with my grandma. My grandma would take me to every musical she could find, and I was astonished and surprised by every show I would see. I would constantly get inspired, and 6th grade is when I actually started participating in the theater, and that started with SEH. After 6th grade, I participated in the SEH drama program all throughout middle school, and now I still participate in the drama program, which is now called Players in high school, and I've been doing it for my freshman and sophomore year of high school, and it's been a fundamental part of my life, and I've gained so many skills. And I realized that not every child can have this experience because seeing musicals and stuff like that is expensive, and I'm very grateful to have those experiences, and I really want to give it to everyone I can because I know how much it helped my life, and I want it to help other people's lives also. So thank you. That's the end of my video, and thank you for listening.